Good morning, everybody. Everybody's gone from the house. I've got the house to myself. Raven's in Kentucky, Orion and Shower in Connecticut, and I'm headed to Melbourne to go pick up the S14 and check out the exhaust that Tom did on it. Super excited. I bought 10 feet of oval piping from Pat, and basically what we're doing is a 3-inch off the header to a Y, to a flex pipe, to a 4-inch oval, and it'll dump to the ground right around the subframe area. I've got I don't know, 2.5 hour drive. Again, I'm so sick of driving. Yesterday I drove 8 hours. That sucks. Just me and Carlos. Today it's just me, but 2.5 hours I'll be at Tom's shop and we'll check out the car. Beamer gang. There's a lot of shit here. Some of you guys might remember this wheel right here from the old car. Check that out. Crazy. She looks good up there, dude. She look pretty. You want me to find that other V-band clamp?
Yes.
Tom is finishing up the exhaust right now, and it's just a 3-inch off the headers, like I mentioned, to a flex, to a 4-inch oval. I got some tubing from Pat. It's right there on the ground, and yeah, look at this bitch up here. Nice that it's up here. While he finishes welding that up, I'm gonna go over and make sure that my diff might be leaking a little bit. But what's that? O2. Oh, cool. O2 sensor. And then we're just gonna put it in one side, probably the driver's side, because the plug is like right above. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Alright, so what I'm doing right now is going over the entire car underneath, make sure everything's tight, make sure everything's out of the way, and not too close to anything that's going to be too hot, which is pretty much just the headers. I've got this blanket here that's around the starter, and then we've got this clutch line right here, which was resting on the header, but I'm going to tuck it up there by the gearbox and then up and around into the bulkhead fitting. I've got to put a plug here on this O2 sensor. These are the fuel lines, and trying to make sure that these are tucked up the best I can get them. I made them a little long, so I'm going to tuck up here like this, secure there, and then bring them up again, secure to the back there. That way it's not next to like the rotation of the diff, or I mean of the axles, and it's out of the way completely. If I was to do a dirt drop or something, it's not going to snag this. It's going to be up here, out of the way. So the arms, suspension arms are all loose because it needs to get in alignment. So I gave it a little eyeball because we're going to have to push it onto the trailer. When I was in a rush to LS Vest, I painted the tube rear and I totally missed the entire bottom side of it. So I'll have to fix that. Everything else is up there. Looks alright. Looks good. Subframe, diff, axles, drive shaft is all tight. Motor mounts, tranny mount, all tight. Front suspension arms, minus the tie rods, is tight. Knuckle. Have to set this bump stop once we do the alignment. This is the bump stop here for the WiseFab, if you can see it. So I have to set that. We've got a tiny leak on one of my oil lines right there. I got to fix that. I'm going to make sure that these oil lines here are tight. I don't see any leaks, no oil on the fittings, but there's some oil right here. I'm not sure where that's from. So just going over everything and making sure it's all good before I take off. Tom's going to make me the sick ass exhaust. I can't wait till it's done. Another sweet thing that showed up while I was gone, or while I haven't been here, is this Radium 1 quart catch can. Thank you, Aaron, and all the people at Radium. You guys are the best. I love your guys' stuff, and definitely wouldn't run anything else. So I just finished putting the power steering pump back on. I had put the pulley on backwards, so that's back on now. Serpentine belt's on. It should not pop off now. And then plugged in the O2 sensor. Some of the last things that need to be done in here is a bracket for the throttle cable, and bleed the coolant, bleed the power steering, intake tube, probably come off of here 90 down to there, hopefully. We'll see. And then one brake line left to flare, just right there. And then bleed the clutch, put transmission fluid in. There's no fluid in there yet. I cannot forget to do that. And should be good to go. The lights are wired, they're not on right now, but I'll put those on when it gets down to upfab. And let's see what's on the inside. On the inside, it's just cobwebs everywhere. But yeah, there needs to be a little T for the brake lines to go to the pedal over there. And I need to mount the shifter still. Oh, everybody that said that I just need to hammer out the pin to get to take the U-joint off, like I was stupid. Yes, obviously I know that, but this one is fucked up. It's mushroomed, and I can't get it out. It's tool steel, so it's like impossible to drill through. That's why I was bitching. So, oh, also hood pins need to go on up here. I have this crack in my hood right here. I'm so pissed about that. If there's any good fiberglass guys out there that want to patch some stuff up, not necessarily yet, but once stuff starts breaking, that would be dope. And Tom's over here busting ass on the Y-pipe. It looks so sick. The Y-pipe is almost done.
Welding, and then I'll go on. I literally sit down and type a few things into Google, and I'll
find got these two junctions to finish.
All right. Yep. Bye.
I've been putting off hooking up this brake line for too long, and so all I've got to do is I've got my fitting on my 3/16 brake line up there. I'm going to flare it and then tighten it up, and it'll be good. It won't be dangling anymore. If anybody wants a exhaust similar to mine, it's going to have this on it. It looks great, dude.
Dewey's.
Good color.
Yep.
Shit.
Do me a favor?
Yeah.
Get the other clamp.
Do a tile one?
Actually, get me one of those exhaust stands.
Yep. She's up there. Good clearance on the drive shaft and the gearbox and the everything pretty much. And Tom, what are you gonna do next?
Well, we're just gonna do the back half of it. So we're just gonna bring it right out here. Keep it 45. Go for probably about 2 or 3 inches. And then another 45 and keep it straight back right here.
To the axle, basically?
To right after the axle.
Nice. The oval piping all tacked up and ready to weld, and you can kind of see at the end there's a little turn down right there. It's gonna look sick. Another thing I totally forgot to do was put the dipstick in, so I'm doing that now. And somebody's calling me. Tom killed it on the exhaust. It's all done. We got a nice little turn down in the back. I am missing one V-band clamp. But we're gonna throw it up there. Use some string or something to hold it up till I can get some rubber hangers. It's too late right now to go to the auto parts store. But Tom, it looks great. Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow, dude. Cut. Fucking.
No, you always do like the thumbs up in the camera, so that's what I thought you were doing because all I saw was.
Alright, exhaust is on. About to load this thing up, take it to my house. Tomorrow's video, I'll fire it up so you guys can hear what the new exhaust sounds like. My camera's gonna die. Go buy some Quan Gang merch.